The drama begins in 2010, and we see Gu Chuan, who is doing sunset photography for his project. Just then, a crow sits on his camera, and as soon as he goes near it, the crow flies away. At that time, Gu Chuan takes its photo. After that, Gu Chuan gets into his car to leave from there. Just then, his eyes fall on a car, in which a small girl is sitting on the road who is removing a lizard from the path. When that lizard goes into the leaves, that girl gets back into her car. Gu Chuan feels pleased seeing this, and he says hi to that girl. Actually, that girl's name is Xiao Ning, who is going to her grandfather's house with her parents. Just then, a truck hits their car. At that time, Gu Chuan also comes there and goes near that car to help, tries to open the door, but the door is locked. Then he asks for help from that truck driver, but instead of helping, he hits that car harder, due to which the car falls down into the gorge. Because of this, Gu Chuan also falls down with the car, and that truck leaves from there. Next morning, when Gu Chuan's eyes open, he sees that child crying inside the car, who is badly stuck. Then she calls him Baya and asks, "Please help me." But Gu Chuan can't do anything, because a piece of wood is stuck near his heart. He just holds her hand and says, "I am with you." Slowly, Gu Chuan falls asleep there. After that, the rescue team reaches there. Then 10 years later, we see Xiao Ning, who is now grown up and works in a bakery. But due to some issue, the bakery owner closes his bakery, because of which Xiao Ning becomes sad. Then we see Gu Chuan, who has come to her bakery to get toast. Xiao Ning tells him, "The bakery will close today, so every item is free." Gu Chuan still pays and leaves. Seeing the money, Xiao Ning calls out to him, "Our items are free!" But Gu Chuan has already left from there, so Xiao Ning keeps that money with her. Then we see that Gu Chuan is the CEO of a designing company, and he considers his manager Chengran his brother. In the next scene, we see Xiao Ning tells her aunt about the bakery closing. So her aunt says, "I had heard that when God closes one door, he opens many doors, but for us it seems God has closed all the doors." Xiao Ning tells them, "Don't worry, I will find a new job." In the next scene, Chengran tells Gu Chuan, "I will have to find an assistant for you, because if something happens to you, I will never be able to forgive myself." Gu Chuan refuses him for the assistant, but Chengran does not listen to him. In the next scene, Gu Chuan drinks in a meeting, due to which his heartbeat becomes fast, which causes his phone to switch off. Actually, when Gu Chuan's heartbeat becomes fast, electric power comes into him. Gu Chuan's condition starts getting worse, so Chengran says to him, "Let's leave from here." After this, we see Xiao Ning is outside that hotel as a driver. When Gu Chuan comes out, she catches him and starts taking him to the car. Gu Chuan gets shocked seeing this, that Xiao Ning did not get current by touching him. Xiao Ning says, "I know you, so I will safely drop you home." Gu Chuan asks, "How do you know me?" So Xiao Ning says, "Yesterday you went to the bakery to get toast. I worked there as a sales girl." Then Xiao Ning sees a truck from the front, so she stops the car on the side. She gets quite scared. Gu Chuan notices this. After the truck passes, she becomes normal. She tells him, "I get a bit nervous seeing trucks, so I stop the car on the side. Maybe I do this because of that car accident." Gu Chuan asks her about the car accident, but Xiao Ning does not tell him anything. After this, we see Gu Chuan at home. He charges himself with the help of a device. We find out that when Gu Chuan had an accident, his heart was completely damaged. So the doctor removed his real heart and transplanted an artificial heart, and also advised him, "If your heartbeat becomes fast, you will feel pain, and you should not get involved in exercise, drink, and love. Problems can arise in your heart from these things. That is why he wears a smart watch to check his heartbeat. If your heartbeat is from 100 to 120, you will release so much heat that a bulb can light up. And if the heartbeat reaches up to 180, you can become the cause of disaster." This is the reason why when his heartbeat is fast, current starts flowing in him. He thinks, "Why did she not get current?" Next day, Xiao Ning comes to Gu Chuan's company for a job. She gives an interview, but Gu Chuan is not impressed by her. Xiao Ning requests him, "Please give me a chance." But Gu Chuan needed an employee who had knowledge of architecture, so he rejects Xiao Ning. Now she is leaving quite disappointed. Just then Chengran sees her, but before he can stop her, the lift door closes. Then he explains to Gu Chuan, "The girl who came today is the best choice for assistant." But Gu Chuan does not listen to him. In the next scene, Xiao Ning starts to take a book at a bookstore. Just then Gu Chuan picks up that book, so Xiao Ning says, "I needed this book, but if you want it, you can keep it." Gu Chuan then starts to leave from there, so Xiao Ning tells him, "Give me that book. I will copy it and return it." Gu Chuan gives her that book and comes outside. So Xiao Ning also comes after him and asks, "Why did you reject me for the job? I need this job very much." But Gu Chuan says, "That does not matter to me. If you want to become a designer, you should focus on your studies." Then she holds his hand and helps him cross the road and says, "There are ways to reach every destination, so I need you to reach my destination." In the next scene, Gu Chuan gets a call from his doctor, who asks him to come to the hospital for a checkup. So Gu Chuan says, "I cannot do this boring work, because I have to put my energy into winning the award." So the doctor says, "Are awards more important than life for you?" So he says, yes. Then we see a flashback when he had the accident. So his parents got his heart transplanted without caring about money. But Gu Chuan was not happy with this life. Next day, Xiao Ning comes to the office on the first day of her job. Gu Chuan had offered her the job at night. Gu Chuan tells Xiao Ning, you are my assistant, but do not interfere in my personal matters. Then, Xiao Ning goes with Gu Chuan to the meeting. There, Gu Chuan gives a presentation, and his idea is liked by the client. After the meeting, when she drops him home, she thanks him. Because of you, I got my dream job. Then, while going home, she gives Gu Chuan something written on a note. When Gu Chuan comes inside the house and looks at that note, Xiao Ning has drawn a flower in it. We also see a lizard in a box at Gu Chuan's house. Gu Chuan then starts charging himself with that machine. Next day, Xiao Ning goes to pick up Gu Chuan. She has also brought breakfast for him. Besides this, Suman has also sent breakfast for him. In the office, Suman sees that Gu Chuan is eating the breakfast made by Xiao Ning instead of eating her breakfast. Then she tells Gu Chuan about a design exhibition and asks, will you go there with me? He says, I will go there with Xiao Ning because she wants to learn about this. Then Suman tells Xiao Ning about the meeting. Just then, Xiao Ning gets a call from the hospital. Her aunt is hospitalized, so she has to go there. She also tells her sister Zhao Yan about this. Gu Chuan asks Suman about Xiao Ning. What about Xiao Ning? So she tells him, I had informed her. But after this, I have not seen her. Maybe she has gone home to change her dress. The doctor tells Xiao Ning, your aunt has gone into a coma due to a head injury, so we will have to get her MRI done. Just then, Xiao Ning gets a call from Gu Chuan, who asks, where are you? So Xiao Ning apologizes to him. I cannot go with you today because I have very important work. So Gu Chuan says, is that work even bigger than your dream? So Xiao Ning says, this is my personal matter. Just then a nurse comes to Xiao Ning, whose voice Gu Chuan hears, from which he gets the idea that Xiao Ning is in the hospital. Then Gu Chuan and Suman both go to the hospital. So Xiao Ning tells them the situation. My aunt has surgery, so I cannot go to the exhibition. Gu Chuan talks about paying the hospital dues. So Xiao Ning says, there is no need for that. It is a very big deal that you people came here. But Gu Chuan says, this bill will be a loan from the company. When your aunt gets well, it will be deducted from your salary. Then Xiao Ning's friend Shu comes there, so Xiao Ning introduces Gu Chuan to him. In the next scene, Gu Chuan's doctor comes home to check him. Gu Chuan asks him, when will I get well? So the doctor says, first you wanted to die. Now you are talking about getting well. This means you have started thinking in a positive way, which is a very good change. He asks him, have you met someone new recently? So Gu Chuan says, I meet many people daily, especially employees. So the doctor says, you must have met some new female who has changed your mood. Gu Chuan finds his words childish, so he tells the doctor, you must have obtained a fake degree, due to which the doctor gets angry. In the next scene, Gu Chuan gets excited seeing the flower design given by Xiao Ning, then he exercises, due to which his heartbeat becomes fast. Cheng Ran gets a notification of this, so he calls Gu Chuan. Gu Chuan tells him, I am fine and I am exercising. In the next scene, Cheng Ran goes to ask about his dad's condition. Just then, we find out that Cheng Ran and his dad's relation is not good. His dad has adopted Shu and made him his son, and he manages their business. In the next scene, we see Xiao Ning with Gu Chuan. He asks Xiao Ning the reason for leaving studies. Why did you leave your studies? So she tells him, my grandmother has become quite old and my aunt's health is not well, so I have to look after them. Then Xiao Ning asks him, why don't your face expressions change? So he says, that is my problem. Xiao Ning says, it does not matter. You are a very good person. In the next scene, we see Xiao Ning doing fishing with Gu Chuan. Xiao Ning is telling him stories of her childhood, so he tells her, be quiet, because the fishes are getting scared. So Xiao Ning says, if I become quiet, this place will feel deserted. Just then, Gu Chuan says, a designer does his work by remaining silent. Just then, a fish comes into Gu Chuan's net, which Xiao Ning catches, but it falls from her hand. Then both start to catch that fish, due to which their hands touch, due to which Gu Chuan's heartbeat becomes fast. Then he puts the fish in the car and says, this is yours, you make soup of this for your aunt. This is good for them, and this is the payment for your overtime work. Hearing this, Xiao Ning gets shocked and says, my aunt does not like fish, and I would prefer to take money for overtime. But Gu Chuan says, take this fish home, and do not come to pick me up tomorrow. Next day, Cheng Ran comes to pick up Gu Chuan for the company. Just then, Shu has come there to drop Xiao Ning. Cheng Ran sees Shu and tells Gu Chuan, this is my father's best son. Shu tells him, I have come to drop Xiao Ning. So Cheng Ran says, it is our company rule. No one can come here to drop employees. Xiao Ning says, I have not heard such a rule. So he says, did the director not tell you? So Xiao Ning says, I should go inside now. Shu says, when your work is done, let me know. I will pick you up. So Gu Chuan says, there is one more rule. No one working here can be in a relationship. Chungran also supports him because both of them did not want Shu to come to pick up or drop Xiao Ning. That is why they were creating rules themselves. Then Shu leaves from there. Then in lunch, Xiao Ning tells Gu Chuan while giving him fish soup, "This is the same fish that you caught yesterday." In the next scene, we see that due to Xiao Ning's ideas, Gu Chuan gets a project. He comes to the office and tells everyone, "We got a project," on which everyone becomes happy. They ask Gu Chuan, "Let's have a party," on which Gu Chuan agrees and tells Suman, "Get a desk ready for Xiao Ning," because her job has now become permanent. Xiao Ning also becomes happy hearing this. Then everyone parties in the hotel, where Xiao Ning drinks. On the saying of an employee, she asks Gu Chuan, "Please drink." On his refusal, she drinks the wine herself. Then she tells Gu Chuan, "I want to apologize to you, so please stand up." As soon as Gu Chuan stands up, Xiao Ning hugs him, on which Gu Chuan says, "It seems Xiao Ning is drunk." When Gu Chuan comes outside to go home, Xiao Ning comes to him and says, "I will drop you home." Gu Chuan says, "If you drive in this condition, you will go to jail, so I will drop you home." Then he drops Xiao Ning near her house. Xiao Ning is still outside. Just then Gu Chuan calls, "Have you gone inside the house?" So she says, "No." Just then a drunk man starts misbehaving with Xiao Ning there, which Gu Chuan hears on the call. He quickly goes to save her. That man is about to hit Xiao Ning with a broken glass bottle, but Gu Chuan catches his hand before this, due to which this man gets a very strong current. This current was so strong that all the nearby lights got damaged, but due to releasing so much current, Gu Chuan faints. Seeing this, Xiao Ning gets scared. She apologizes to Gu Chuan while crying, "I am so sorry." On the other hand, Chungran gets a notification. He immediately comes to Gu Chuan, then he takes him to the hospital. Xiao Ning is also with him. Next day, that man gives a statement to the police. Gu Chuan emits current, but the officer does not trust his words because he is drunk. At night, Gu Chuan comes home with Xiao Ning. He also tells Xiao Ning, "You should go home." But Xiao Ning was worried about him, so she does not go home and sits outside. Gu Chuan starts charging himself. After some time, Gu Chuan sees that Xiao Ning has not gone home. He sees her sleeping outside leaning against the sofa, so he then puts a blanket on her. Next day, when Xiao Ning wakes up, she sees that Gu Chuan has put a blanket on her and has also kept clothes near her. After this, Gu Chuan sees that Xiao Ning has left from his house, and she did not wear those clothes. There, he finds a note in which Xiao Ning has written, "Thank you." In the next scene, Chungran tells Xiao Ning, "You will have to keep a close eye on Gu Chuan, and it will be good if you start living with him in his house." Xiao Ning says, "What is the need for this?" And Gu Chuan is not a small child who needs to be kept an eye on all the time. Chungran says, "You will not understand the matter now, but do as I say." Xiao Ning does not understand anything, but she agrees to do so. Then Chungran adds her on his WeChat. Then he leaves from Gu Chuan's house, and Xiao Ning starts making lunch for Gu Chuan. Chungran becomes happy seeing Xiao Ning with Zhao Yan on her status, because he likes Zhao Yan. In the next scene, Chungran sees Zhao Yan in a restaurant. He asks her, "Is Xiao Ning your friend?" So she says, "Yes, but if you bother her, I will do something very bad to you." Chungran says, "She works in my company," on which Zhao Yan gets shocked. Xiao Ning had told her that her boss is very handsome, but it is not like that here. So she thinks, it seems Xiao Ning's eyesight will have to be checked. In the present, Chungran tells Zhao Yan, "I like you very much." Zhao Yan says, "Why? What is it like?" So he says, "I like your face very much." But Zhao Yan rejects him and leaves. On the other side, Gu Chuan and Xiao Ning are having lunch. Just then the doorbell rings. Xiao Ning goes to check, and Gu Chuan also goes after her. Suddenly both bump into each other and fall on top of each other. Outside, Gu Chuan's parents are standing and thinking, why has he not opened the door yet? Gu Chuan's mom remembers the password, with which she unlocks the door and comes inside. But then seeing them both in this condition, she goes back outside. She tells her husband, "Maybe we have come to a wrong house. I saw a girl inside." Gu Chuan's dad says, "You have seen your son after 5 years, so maybe you had an illusion." Then both of them go inside, where Gu Chuan introduces Xiao Ning to them. Gu Chuan's mom is very happy meeting Xiao Ning. She asks her, "Yes, how long have you two been together?" So Xiao Ning says, "I am just the boss's assistant, so please do not think anything wrong." Then Xiao Ning leaves from there. Gu Chuan is working on the computer, so his mom says, "Your girlfriend is very good." He says, "I have told you she is just my assistant." Then he asks them, "How long will you stay here?" At this, his dad gets hurt. He says, "We have been staying in a hotel for so many days. If we have no right in your house, then we will leave from here." His mom says, "We will stay here for a few days. Then we will find our house and go there." But Gu Chuan's dad gets angry and starts scolding Gu Chuan. Actually, he wants to live with his son, but Gu Chuan does not want to live with them. His dad's words also have no effect on him. He says, I do not want to be disturbed because of you. At this, his dad gets very hurt and says, do you have any idea how we got your treatment done after your accident? And your mom took care of you day and night until you got well? But his words have no effect on Guchuan. He tells them, you can just understand that you do not have a son. Hearing this, his dad leaves in anger. In the next scene, Xiao Ning is designing a model. She spends the whole day making it. At night, Guchuan looks at her model and says, you have increased its dimensions by using extra glue, so I did not like this. Anyway, let's eat. After eating, they both are in the lift to go home. Guchuan is explaining something to her. Just then, the light goes out, due to which the lift stops. Xiao Ning thinks, my bad luck comes everywhere. So Guchuan says, if you think such negative things, it will keep happening to you like this. Then a person comes to help them. Xiao Ning comes out and extends her hand to help Guchuan come out. So Guchuan starts getting flashes of the past. He feels, I have met her before in the past. Then, Xiao Ning drops him home. In the next scene, Zhao Yan asks Xiao Ning about Cheng Ran. What about Cheng Ran? So she tells her, he is the investor of our company. Zhao Yan says, he is not good at all, so you should stay away from him. Xiao Ning says, no, he is a very good and smiley person. In the next scene, Xiao Ning comes to Guchuan's house. On the other side, Guchuan's parents are going to their home. Guchuan's mom tells Suman, I am very happy that Guchuan has now found a girl for himself, who is his assistant. Suman gets shocked hearing this. Xiao Ning is working on her model with Guchuan. Guchuan fixes her model. Then Xiao Ning starts to go home, and her diary accidentally falls there. In the next scene, Cheng Ran has come to Guchuan's house. He tells him, I have fallen in love with Zhao Yan, but she has rejected me. Guchuan asks him, leave my house. But he lies down on the floor. Guchuan checks him, that he has fallen asleep, so Guchuan picks him up and makes him lie on the sofa. Meanwhile, his eyes fall on Xiao Ning's diary, so he picks it up. In the next scene, Guchuan is annotating on Xiao Ning's diary on her design. Just then, Cheng Ran asks him, whose diary is this? Then he looks at Xiao Ning's name on it and says, it seems you have fallen in love with Xiao Ning. Guchuan says, yes, I love all my employees. Cheng Ran says, I will give the diary to Xiao Ning. Next day, Xiao Ning does not see Guchuan in the office and comes to his house. Guchuan tells her, I am busy with the project. Then Xiao Ning also starts doing her studies there. She does not understand something, so she asks Guchuan for help. Can you please help me? So Guchuan starts helping her. While doing this, both come quite close, due to which Guchuan's heartbeat becomes fast. He thinks, why is this happening to me? Xiao Ning then brings water for him. Then suddenly the light goes out. Guchuan says, there has been a short circuit. So Xiao Ning starts calling a mechanic. When the electrician comes, Xiao Ning starts telling him about the work. She does not see Guchuan anywhere, so she starts looking for him. Then she reaches his charging room. Just then, the lights turn on. Xiao Ning gets shocked, seeing that room. Just then, Guchuan also sees her there. He asks her, what are you doing here? So Xiao Ning says, I came here looking for you, but now I know your secret. At this, Guchuan gets a little scared. He says, what kind of secret? So Xiao Ning says, this, that you have made this room for live streaming. Hearing this, Guchuan gets relaxed and takes Xiao Ning out of the room. He tells her, you cannot go into this room without permission. And this is not my live streaming room, but it is a gaming room. Then they both start going to the office. Guchuan says, today the weather is good, so we will walk. On the way, Xiao Ning stops at a store to get juice, so Guchuan takes a packet of hairpins from there. There, Xiao Ning meets her classmate, who works there. Coming outside, Xiao Ning tells Guchuan, this boy was the most handsome boy in our university. Hearing this, Guchuan feels jealousy. Next day, when Xiao Ning goes to pick up Guchuan, Guchuan gives her that hairpin. He says, I got this free with milk yesterday. It is of no use to me, so you keep it. Then Xiao Ning puts on that hairpin. In the office, Suman sees that Xiao Ning is wearing the same hairpin that she had seen on Guchuan's table. Seeing this, she remembers Guchuan's mom's words. Xiao Ning is the best choice for Guchuan. Due to this, Suman becomes a little sad. Then she gives Xiao Ning the project and leaves from there. In the next scene, Xiao Ning has gone to meet the client. That lady did not want to remove a wall in the art gallery. Xiao Ning explains a lot to them, but they get angry at Xiao Ning and cancel the project. Then Xiao Ning tells all this to Suman. So Suman says, surely you must have made some mistake in it. And she tells her, doing this project is your responsibility because this is a very important project. If you do not do this, then resign from the company. Hearing this, Xiao Ning becomes sad. Then, in the meeting, Suman tells everyone about Xiao Ning. Guchuan asks her, now, according to the rules, what will have to be done? So she says, if Xiao Ning does not get this project back, she will have to leave the company. Actually, Suman wanted to somehow get Xiao Ning removed from the company. Xiao Ning is very disappointed. Then next day, Xiao Ning goes to meet that client carrying a bouquet, but they send her back from the door itself. We do not want to work with you. Then Xiao Ning sees Gu Chuan there. He says to Xiao Ning, you cannot solve the matter like this. Xiao Ning apologizes to Gu Chuan. I am sorry, because you were disappointed because of me. But Gu Chuan says, nothing will happen by apologizing. Think about the project. You should know how to make the client happy with your skills. Then, next day, Xiao Ning goes to that art gallery and starts clicking photos of that wall. There was artwork done by children on that wall. Xiao Ning actually wanted to know, why is that wall important to the client? Then she goes to that lady's husband and asks him the story of that wall. Could you tell me the story of this wall? So he tells her, the artwork that is on that wall, my son made it, who has passed away. From this, Xiao Ning understands the lady's feelings. She says to them, now never break that wall. I am sorry for asking you to do so. That lady hears all this standing behind. Then Gu Chuan tells everyone, we have got the project again, but the wall will not be removed. And the client has asked Xiao Ning to do this project. Xiao Ning becomes happy. Xiao Ning asks Gu Chuan for help with that project. Can you please help me with this project? So Gu Chuan shows her a gift, which he had received from Switzerland. In it, a snow globe was covered with a glass. Seeing it, Xiao Ning understands that she has to decorate that wall with a glass. Then they both tell the client about this idea, which the couple likes. Then Xiao Ning returns that globe to Gu Chuan, but he says, from today this is yours. This is your reward. In the next scene, Gu Chuan tells all the employees, we have completed the project, and all this happened because of your hard work. So I am taking all of you on a trip. You people choose the place. Hearing this, everyone becomes happy. In the next scene, Shu has come to pick up Xiao Ning. He gifts her a necklace which he has brought for her from a business trip. When Shu makes her wear that necklace, Gu Chuan is watching all this from inside and becomes quite jealous. In the next scene, Gu Chuan calls Xiao Ning and tells her, come to pick me up tomorrow, because we will go shopping before the trip. Next day, when everyone is going on the trip, Suman asks about Gu Chuan. Where is Gu Chuan? An employee tells her, he has some work, so he will reach there with Xiao Ning. Hearing this, Suman does not feel good. On the other side, these two are taking a dress from the market. When Xiao Ning tries on that dress, Gu Chuan says, your necklace does not match this dress, so you should take it off. So Xiao Ning takes it off. This is the same necklace given by Shu. Then both start going on the trip. At night, all the employees are partying. Just then, Xiao Ning also comes there with Gu Chuan. Both look very good in matching dresses. Xiao Ning starts enjoying with everyone, so Suman tells her, complete the project today itself. So Xiao Ning makes an excuse of being tired and goes into the tent. Gu Chuan then goes to her and says, I cannot eat the party food, so give me the food that you cooked. On the other side, Suman brings food for Gu Chuan, but he is not in his tent. Just then, there are fireworks, which everyone enjoys watching. Suman sees the shadow of two people in Xiao Ning's tent, from which she understands. Gu Chuan is in her tent. Seeing this, she becomes sad and leaves from there. Gu Chuan falls asleep in Xiao Ning's tent, so Xiao Ning puts a blanket on him. Gu Chuan remembers his accident, due to which he wakes up. Seeing Xiao Ning sleeping, he puts a blanket on her and leaves from there. Next day, everyone is deciding where to go next. Gu Chuan takes Xiao Ning with him. He has brought her to a resort. Their company had designed it. Then both start walking there. Then, Xiao Ning is about to fall while skating, but Gu Chuan hugs her, due to which both fall down. Xiao Ning is on top of him. They slide quite far. Due to Gu Chuan's fast heartbeat, the nearby lights turn on. Then both go to a shop, where they get one toy free with another. Xiao Ning chooses a lizard toy, and Gu Chuan chooses a crow toy. While returning, Xiao Ning notices that there is a recorder in those toys, so she starts recording her voice in it. On the other side, Gu Chuan also records his voice in the lizard toy. Xiao Ning, I pray, may only your wish be fulfilled. Then they all return from the trip. Xiao Ning drops Gu Chuan at his house, and then they exchange their toys. Coming home, both are listening to each other's voices. Next day, Gu Chuan is looking for Xiao Ning, so Suman tells him she has gone with Shu. We see Xiao Ning with Shu in a restaurant. Gu Chuan messages Xiao Ning, you will not go anywhere without my permission now. Reading this, Xiao Ning feels that the boss is angry at her, so she quickly leaves from there. In the next scene, Gu Chuan takes Xiao Ning to the same art gallery. Construction work is going on there. Gu Chuan says, this is your project. So how do you feel? So Xiao Ning says, I feel like I have done something strange. In the next scene, Gu Chuan has come to see a project with Suman. He sees Xiao Ning near the lake there. He goes to her and asks, why did you not attend the meeting? So she says, Suman will tell me everything. Then they come to the hotel. Xiao Ning says to Gu Chuan from the balcony, "If we watch the stars while taking a bath, it will be so much fun." Gu Chuan looks towards the sky, but he does not see any stars. Then Xiao Ning comes to the pool to take a bath and meets a girl there whose name is Wen. Wen tells her, "I am a photographer." So Xiao Ning tells her, "I work as an assistant in an architecture firm, but I am also learning architecture alongside. My boss is a very good designer. He has won many awards." Wen says, "Do you like your boss?" So Xiao Ning says, "I just see him. I do not have any feelings for him." In the next scene, Wen sends Xiao Ning a picture, so Xiao Ning calls her and says, "You took a very beautiful picture of me. How can I thank you?" So Wen says, "If you want to thank me, then help me with my photography exhibition." Xiao Ning also agrees. Then Xiao Ning tells Gu Chuan about this, so Gu Chuan tells her, "Tell all this to Suman. She will handle it." In the next scene, Wen comes to Xiao Ning's company. She gets shocked seeing Gu Chuan there. Then Gu Chuan takes her to the office. Wen says, "I did not know this is your company." He says, "I also did not know that the person Xiao Ning talked about would be you." Then Wen asks him about his heart condition. "How is your heart?" So he tells her, "Everything is fine." Wen says, "You broke up with me without telling any reason. I messaged you a lot, but you did not reply, so I also gave up on you." Gu Chuan says, "That was a good decision of yours." Just then, Suman sees them and starts listening to their conversation. Wen says, "If you have any issue, I will get someone else to do the work." But Gu Chuan says, "No problem. Suman will handle it." Then Wen meets Xiao Ning and says, "Your choice is good." After this, Suman calls Xiao Ning and tells her, Wen is Gu Chuan's ex-girlfriend. Hearing this, Xiao Ning becomes quite sad. In the next scene, it is an employee's birthday in the company. Gu Chuan arranges a party. In it, everyone plays truth or dare. Xiao Ning is asked, "Who is your first crush?" So she says, "There is such a person, but my love ended before it even started." Then that employee cuts the cake, and everyone wishes him. Just then, Xiao Ning remembers the accident scene, so she goes outside. Gu Chuan starts to go after her, but Suman goes to Xiao Ning and says, "Are you sad because of Wen?" So she says, "No, she is very good. I have no enmity with her, and I know very well what is right for me." Suman says, "Now concentrate on work, not on Gu Chuan." So Xiao Ning says, "My wish is like a miracle, which I do not know if it will be fulfilled or not." In the next scene, when Xiao Ning picks up Gu Chuan, he tells her, "Today, both of us have to go to meet a man for a project who is also my teacher." Then they both are waiting for the flight at the airport. Gu Chuan asks her, "What are you thinking?" So she says, "I am thinking why you are taking me with you. I do not have any experience either." Gu Chuan says, "The Xiao Ning I know is very talented." Then they both reach there. The teacher, whose name was Wang, is happy to see Gu Chuan. Then he takes them inside, where Xiao Ning sees pictures of Wang's students. Xiao Ning picks up a picture in which there is a man with Wang holding a child. Xiao Ning says, "This man is my dad, and he is holding me." Wang says, "This was my student who used to come to meet me even after graduation. This photo is also from then." Xiao Ning says, "I am very happy to have met you." Then Wang gives Xiao Ning a notebook. "In this I have prepared many designs, and there are also your dad's designs in this." While returning, they both eat ice cream. Gu Chuan asks her about her flavor. "What flavor is it?" So she says, "This is vanilla. Will you try it?" Then she makes Gu Chuan taste it. Gu Chuan tastes her half-eaten ice cream. Then he tells her about Wen. "My friendship with Wen started during graduation. Then I went abroad, but both of us remained in contact. I used to come to Korea on holidays. After some time, we broke up, and after that, I never met her. And now because of you, I met her. But I have put a full stop on our relationship." So Xiao Ning says, "Why a full stop? Why not a comma?" At this, both start smiling. Then Xiao Ning sees a cat there, so she asks Gu Chuan to keep it. "Can we keep this cat?" Gu Chuan agrees. In the next scene, Suman needs a helper, so Gu Chuan asks Xiao Ning to help her. "Can you please help Suman?" Xiao Ning does not want to work with her, but she does not say anything to Gu Chuan. At night, when Xiao Ning goes to drop Gu Chuan, he tells her, "Your cat is behaving a bit strangely." So Xiao Ning goes inside to see it. Seeing it, Xiao Ning says, "It has gained a lot of weight. That is why it has become lazy." Then Gu Chuan shows her the cat's room. Just then, Suman calls Gu Chuan and tells him to check his mails. "Check your mails." When Gu Chuan checks, he finds out that he has won the Wii Award, which was his dream. But Gu Chuan has no happiness about this. Next day in the company, everyone finds out about Gu Chuan winning the award, so everyone is very happy. Then as soon as Gu Chuan enters the company, everyone starts congratulating him. But there is no smile on Gu Chuan's face. He thanks all the employees and goes to his office. After this, we see Xiao Ning and Gu Chuan in the lift. He says, "Today I will drive home myself." Xiao Ning says, "You are not happy about the award?" Then, outside, Xiao Ning says to Gu Chuan, I do not know the reason for your sadness, but your dream has come true, so you should be a little happy. Gu Chuan says, I have fulfilled my life's aim. So Xiao Ning says, you make another aim for your life, and if you need my help, I am ready. Then Gu Chuan leaves from there. Next day, Gu Chuan comes ready for the award ceremony, so Xiao Ning finds him very handsome. Then they both go to the ceremony, where Su Man is also present. When Gu Chuan is given the award, there was not even a slight smile on his face. He gives a speech to everyone. When he is asked about his future plans, he says, I do not have any plan right now, but I am waiting for someone's advice. He says this looking at Xiao Ning. Su Man also notices this. After the party, Xiao Ning is with Gu Chuan. She asks Gu Chuan nervously, can I have a part in your future plans? I know I am not worthy of you, but I will work very hard to bridge this difference. Gu Chuan says, do you like me? So she says, I will not force you to answer. So he says, right now, you should concentrate on work, and then tells her to go home. Coming home, she listens to Gu Chuan's recording in the lizard doll, in which Gu Chuan says, may your dreams come true with you. On the other hand, Gu Chuan also starts missing Xiao Ning. After listening to her voice in the crow toy, he says to himself, it is not like that, Xiao Ning. I do not want to hear you. I just do not have the courage. I am a person who cannot live a normal life. Next day, Gu Chuan does not come to the company. Chung Ran tells everyone, boss will not be in the office for a few days. Xiao Ning thinks, is Gu Chuan doing this because of me? Then Xiao Ning is called by Wen to meet. She takes her to her exhibition place. Both are discussing when Wen gets a call from her husband, so she has to go to her husband because their car had broken down. Wen tells her, I will leave the key here near the door. You close the door properly when you leave. Then after it gets dark, it starts raining. So Xiao Ning starts to leave from there, but when she tries to open the door, it was locked. Then she calls Wen, but her phone was switched off, so she calls Gu Chuan and tells him the whole situation. She is quite scared. Gu Chuan reaches there and starts going upstairs, but all the floors going up were closed. Then Gu Chuan decides to go up through the lift shaft and reaches upstairs by going through the shaft. He sees that Xiao Ning is locked behind a glass door, so he breaks that door and goes inside. But due to his fast heartbeat, Xiao Ning gets a very strong current. After this, we see Xiao Ning in the hospital. Gu Chuan is with her. Chung Ran comes there with his temporary charger. He asks about Xiao Ning's condition. How is Xiao Ning doing? So Gu Chuan says, it is all my fault. Then when Xiao Ning regains consciousness, Gu Chuan is with her. In the next scene, Gu Chuan goes to pick up Xiao Ning. Xiao Ning asks for the reason, why are you here? So he says, I am taking care of a patient. On the way, they stop at a store to get a drink, so Xiao Ning pays, and the sales girl gives her change in coins. Then they both start going to the company. Xiao Ning puts a coin in front of Gu Chuan and says, I want to purchase your smile with this coin. So he starts smiling. Then Xiao Ning picks up another coin and says, I want to purchase your smile for tomorrow also. So Gu Chuan starts smiling again. Then Xiao Ning picks up all the coins and says, I want to purchase your smile forever. Now in the office, Wen calls Xiao Ning to a cafe and apologizes to her for the incident of that day. I am so sorry about what happened that day. But Xiao Ning says, it is not your fault. Wen then gives her a photo album. Gu Chuan has captured my photos in this, so now you keep it. I am going to Australia for some time. You take care of Gu Chuan. Only you can change him. After this, Xiao Ning has come to have dinner with Gu Chuan. Some people are celebrating a birthday there, seeing whom Gu Chuan says, your birthday is also near. Xiao Ning asks, how do you know my birth date? So he says, I saw it on your ID. Then she says, I have not celebrated my birthday for a long time, because that day is also like ordinary days. In the next scene, Xiao Ning gets a call from her aunt in the office, who tells her the news of her grandma being missing. Then Xiao Ning starts to leave from there, and Gu Chuan also goes with her. We see Grandma at the cemetery near a grave. They all find them and come there. Actually, Grandma has come to the grave of Xiao Ning's parents. Then they all bring Grandma home. Grandma thinks Gu Chuan is her son, so Xiao Ning tells them, he is my boss. So Grandma says, Xiao Ning is a very good girl. Gu Chuan says, yes, Xiao Ning is the best girl in the world. Then they all celebrate Xiao Ning's birthday. Then we see Gu Chuan working in Xiao Ning's kitchen. Gu Chuan says, your aunt was saying that your parents had an accident on this day. Where did that accident happen? Xiao Ning tells him all the details, so Gu Chuan finds out that Xiao Ning is the girl whom he met during the accident. Hearing this, Gu Chuan falls into deep thought. When Gu Chuan starts to leave from there, Xiao Ning hugs him from behind and says, normally, this is the worst day of my year, but because of you people, I felt very good. Thank you for this. Then Gu Chuan hugs her and says, I should say thank you. Because of you, I felt like family. In the next scene, Gu Chuan gets a call from his doctor. He says to him, the side effects that you had in your heart, I am going to fix them soon, due to which you will be able to live a normal life again. Gu Chuan is also happy hearing this. Next day, Gu Chuan asks Xiao Ning, let's go out for an outing. Then he picks up Xiao Ning, and Xiao Ning gives him his breakfast. Then they both come to the game zone. Xiao Ning tries to get the ball out in many games, but she is not successful. Su Chuan also tries. Gu Chuan reads what is written there. The coming of bad times is necessary before the coming of good times. Then both enjoy a lot. In the next scene, Xiao Ning asks Gu Chuan for leave for her studies. Can I take leave for my studies? So Gu Chuan says, I will also go there with you. In the class, Xiao Ning's friend throws something written towards her, so Gu Chuan throws that note into the dustbin. He does it again. The teacher sees them both doing this and starts asking them questions. After class, Xiao Ning's friend invites her for lunch, so Gu Chuan sends Xiao Ning to get a bottle of water and then tells her friend to stay away from Xiao Ning. In the next scene, they both and Xiao Ning's friend have come to eat hot pot. Xiao Ning says, Boss does not like very spicy food, and whatever boss orders, I will also eat that. So her friend says, your boss is quite choosy. Gu Chuan says, no, I can eat anything. Then he orders a spicy dish in which, due to excess spice, Gu Chuan's heartbeat becomes fast, but Gu Chuan manages himself. In the next scene, Gu Chuan has come to pick up Xiao Ning outside the class. He takes her to a place. When Xiao Ning asks him, why have you brought me here? So he says, this is the project that is very important for our future. She comes out of the car and does not see Gu Chuan. Then she sees that Gu Chuan is visible on the screens placed there. He says to her, thank you for coming into my life, because you have brought happiness into my life. When I am with you, I feel good doing everything. When you told me about your feelings, those feelings are mine too. Then a diamond-shaped box opens there, from which many balloons come out. Then, Xiao Ning and Gu Chuan's picture is visible in it. Seeing all this, Xiao Ning becomes very happy. Just then, Gu Chuan comes to her and says, I like you. Tears come to Xiao Ning's eyes, so Gu Chuan says, I like you. But we will have to wait a bit now. There is a reason for this which I will tell you later. Xiao Ning says, I will always wait for you. Then they both hug. After this, Gu Chuan drops her home. Next day, Xiao Ning is working, so she gets a message from Gu Chuan to have lunch together. Let's have lunch together. Then they both reach a restaurant. They are talking when a person bumps into Gu Chuan's heart and falls down. Gu Chuan starts to pick him up, and his watch falls right there. Just then, Gu Chuan's condition starts deteriorating, so he leaves him there and goes to his house. Xiao Ning finds Gu Chuan's watch there, which seems quite strange to her. Gu Chuan is going home by taxi, and he notices that his watch is not with him. Then he reaches home and starts charging himself. Just then, Chung Ran comes to him and asks about his condition. How are you feeling? So Gu Chuan says, there is a problem, my watch is lost. Just then the doorbell rings. So Gu Chuan says, surely Xiao Ning has found my watch. Chung Ran says, now you cannot hide this matter anymore, so tell Xiao Ning. Then Chung Ran goes and opens the door and tells her to go into the charging room. Go into the charging room. When Xiao Ning goes into that room, Gu Chuan shows her his heart. He says, this is a mechanical heart, which I have to charge to stay alive, and this is the biggest secret of my life. Xiao Ning says, are you a robot? So he says, no, I am also a human. But in some conditions, my heart creates some strange symptoms, meaning when my heartbeat becomes fast, I start releasing electricity. But the doctor has now said, after 3 months I will be able to live a normal life. That is why I asked you to wait. Xiao Ning says, how did all this happen? So he tells her about that accident, from which Xiao Ning realizes that he is the boy she saw in the accident. Hearing this, Xiao Ning gets emotional and hugs Gu Chuan and says, now we will never be separated. Next day in the company, their romance starts, which all employees notice. Suman feels a lot of jealousy. In the next scene, Gu Chuan brings her to a campus and shows her a nameplate and tells her, do you know who designed this? Xiao Ning reads the name, and it is her father's name. Xiao Ning becomes happy. Gu Chuan tells her, our company is going to work on some projects here, so if you also participate in it, your name will also be written here. Then, Xiao Ning hugs Gu Chuan. Just then, a guard shines a light on them and asks, who are you two? Then, they run away from there. Coming home, Gu Chuan tells Xiao Ning to sleep in the room. I will sleep outside, but she says, I will also sleep on the sofa. Next day, when Xiao Ning's eyes open, it is 9 o'clock. She quickly starts getting ready. Just then, she gets a call from Suman. She tells her angrily, why haven't you come to the company yet? Gu Chuan takes the mobile from her hand and tells Suman, Xiao Ning is at my house. Then they both come to the construction site at the art gallery. Gu Chuan says, you are quite close with the workers. So she says, yes, I often come here, because this is my first project. Then Xiao Ning asks him, will you not work overtime today? So he says, no. So Xiao Ning says, okay, after office, you are my boyfriend. She touches his heart, then moves back, in case Gu Chuan releases current. So Gu Chuan says, I do not release current all the time. Then they both come to a restaurant to eat food. Xiao Ning sits in the chair next to Gu Chuan and holds his hand. She says, "This is the first time I am dating someone, and we should tell this to the person we love." Then, he comes to drop Xiao Ning home. Xiao Ning's aunt asks him to come inside, but he refuses and leaves. Xiao Ning tells her aunt about her relationship with Gu Chuan. Next day, aunt calls Gu Chuan and invites him out for lunch. Xiao Ning's aunt asks Gu Chuan all his details. Then she asks him, "You could have found any girl. Then why have you not dated anyone till now?" Gu Chuan says, "I had a girlfriend 10 years ago. Then, due to a health issue, I broke up. Then, I did not date again." Aunt asks him about the health issue. "Is there any treatment for your disease?" So Gu Chuan says, "Yes, there are some possibilities." Aunt then makes an excuse and leaves. Then, she says to Xiao Ning, "After your parents left, I raised you, and I want your well-being. So break up with Gu Chuan." Xiao Ning says, "You liked him, then why are you saying this?" So she tells her about his disease. Xiao Ning feels that Gu Chuan has told them everything, so she becomes quiet. In the next scene, Xiao Ning is taking Gu Chuan to a place. She asks him, "Did you tell aunt about your heart?" He says, "No, I told them I have a disease." Then Xiao Ning takes him to a place and tells him, "This is our old house. I used to come here for vacation before. Then there was a fire here. But as soon as I become financially strong, I will reconstruct this house." Gu Chuan says, "I will help you with this." In the next scene, Gu Chuan finds out about his parents coming. So he takes Xiao Ning with him to leave. Su Man sees them and talks about going with Gu Chuan, but Gu Chuan refuses her. So Su Man gets very angry. She then finds out where Gu Chuan's parents are staying and goes to meet them. When Gu Chuan reaches the restaurant, he sees Su Man with his parents. His mom tells him, "Su Man came to meet us, so we brought her to eat with us too." Then these people sit down to eat. During the meal, Gu Chuan's mom asks for water. So Xiao Ning starts to hand her the jug, but the jug falls down from her hand. Then, seeing Gu Chuan taking care of her, his parents understand a lot. In the next scene, Su Man goes to Gu Chuan's house in a drunk state. He opens the door and Su Man hugs him. Then Gu Chuan gives her water. Then Su Man says to him, "I like you." Gu Chuan says, "You are drunk right now, so go to your house." Su Man says, "You still have not understood me." Gu Chuan says, "We are only partners and good friends. Besides this, I do not feel anything for you." In the next scene, Xiao Ning meets Gu Chuan's mom. She is very happy meeting Xiao Ning and says, "I like you very much." She tells Xiao Ning, "Gu Chuan is not a normal person." So Xiao Ning says, "Yes, I know. He has a mechanical heart. It does not matter to me." Then we see Xiao Ning having dinner with them. Gu Chuan apologizes to them for his cold behavior. Gu Chuan's mom says, "We like Xiao Ning very much. You will never find a girl like this." Gu Chuan holds Xiao Ning's hand and says, "For me, this is a gift given by God." In the next scene, Xiao Ning brings fruit juice for Gu Chuan in his office. His mood was a little off, so Gu Chuan asks her the reason. "Are you worried about your studies?" Xiao Ning says, "Yes." So he says, "Right now, I am quite busy with my project, so I will finish my work as quickly as possible and help you." After coming home, Gu Chuan gives Xiao Ning all the study material. A delivery boy has come outside. Gu Chuan opens the door for him and comes inside to get a pen, and their car goes outside. Then they both start looking for the cat. Xiao Ning finds it near the car. She says to it in front of Gu Chuan, "Are you also bored staying at home like me?" Gu Chuan says, "Are you tired of staying at home?" So Xiao Ning says, "Yes, now I have a headache. Why do we not take a little break?" In the next scene, Shu meets Su Man in a bar. He gives her his card and says, "Our pain is the same, so we should work together." Next day, Shu brings a project of Chung Ran's dad's company to Gu Chuan. He tells him, "I am going to become the CEO of the company very soon." Gu Chuan feels something is wrong with the project, so he calls Chung Ran and also tells him about becoming the CEO. "You should talk to your dad about this." Then Chung Ran goes to his dad and talks to him, so his dad asks him to prove, "You are also capable of this." So Chung Ran says, "There is a designing competition going to be held in our company, so I will show you by proving it." In the next scene, Chung Ran tells everyone in the company about the competition. Gu Chuan says, "We will not disappoint Chung Ran." Then all employees start working on the competition. After this, Su Man is working on the project with Gu Chuan. Xiao Ning comes, so Su Man tells her to bring a sandwich for her. "Bring me a sandwich." Xiao Ning says, "It is raining outside." So she says, "There is an umbrella on my desk. Take that." So Xiao Ning goes, even though she does not want to. Gu Chuan says she had an accident, so she does not go out in the rain. Su Man says, "Yes, being stuck high up in the rain is quite dangerous." Gu Chuan thinks, how does she know that Xiao Ning was stuck in the building? After this, Gu Chuan finalizes the design. Everyone is very happy. Gu Chuan tells everyone to go to a party. Su Man is alone in the company, so she starts copying that design into a drive. Just then, she gets a message from Shu. He has come outside and tells Su Man to give him that drive. He had said to Su Man, "You give me the design." Then Gu Chuan lost the competition, so Xiao Ning will never like him. Suman does not want to do this, but Shu insists her a lot, so she gives it to him. In the next scene, Xiao Ning is working at her home. Just then she gets a message from Shu. He tells her to come downstairs. Come downstairs. Xiao Ning goes to him, and he shows her gifts, but Xiao Ning refuses to take them. Then he talks about working in his company, so Xiao Ning refuses him. I am very happy there. Next day, Gu Chuan has come to the competition with his team. He sees that his design is already on the screen. Seeing this, he gets shocked and talks among themselves. Surely someone has betrayed the company? Chengran says to Gu Chuan, we should leave from here now, because we do not have any other design. Shu also comes to them and tells them to give the presentation. Then Gu Chuan goes on stage and starts giving the presentation. This was a new design which Gu Chuan had prepared. Seeing this, Shu's condition became bad. He feels that Suman has fooled him. Chengran is very happy and asks Xiao Ning, do you know about this? So she gestures yes. We see in a flashback, when Gu Chuan had finalized the previous design, he was also working on another design, which Xiao Ning likes very much. Then both of them worked together to complete that design and kept it as a backup. Then everyone likes the presentation very much. Then Chengran is appreciating all the team members. You people are the best designers. An employee says, this design is made by Boss and Xiao Ning, so the credit for this also goes to them. Gu Chuan says, it is not like that. We are all a team, and if we talk about giving credit, it should be given to Xiao Ning, because the idea of using this design as a backup was hers. Then everyone starts thanking Xiao Ning. Then Gu Chuan says, whoever copied and forwarded the design should come and apologize to me soon. I will forgive him. Suman is also hearing all this. In the next scene, Xiao Ning asks Gu Chuan, do you know who did this? So he says, Suman did all this. Then he tells her, the day you were stuck in the building, Suman got you stuck there. I have seen the CCTV footage. He says, during the meeting she was getting messages repeatedly and she was nervous. After knowing all this, Xiao Ning says, since I joined the company, Suman has helped me a lot. Then why did she do all this? Gu Chuan says, I also do not understand this. But do not think too much, we will go somewhere for an outing. Hearing this, Xiao Ning becomes happy and kisses Gu Chuan. Next, Xiao Ning has brought her aunt and grandma to her old house with Gu Chuan. Grandma becomes sad after coming there. Xiao Ning says, I have brought you here to make you happy. Gu Chuan says, Xiao Ning wants to rebuild this house for you. Then Xiao Ning is sitting near the lake with her grandma. Upstairs, Aunt and Gu Chuan are talking about Xiao Ning. Seeing Gu Chuan, Xiao Ning messages him and asks, what are you talking about with Aunt? So he says, your aunt is saying, if I hurt you, she will throw me into that lake and all the fishes will eat me. Xiao Ning says, I will become a mermaid and save you. In the next scene, Gu Chuan calls Suman and asks her to come. He says to her, I was waiting for you to come to apologize to me. I trusted you a lot. She says, what happened? So Gu Chuan says, you have also harmed Xiao Ning and your company too. So pick up your luggage and leave from here, because we will never meet again. In the next scene, Chengran goes to his dad's company and says, I have won the competition. So his dad says, then come to this company and prove yourself that you are capable of becoming CEO. In the next scene, Shu comes to Xiao Ning's house drunk. He confesses his feelings to her, on which Xiao Ning gets shocked. She says, I consider you my brother. Besides, I like Gu Chuan. After that, Xiao Ning goes to Gu Chuan. She hugs him. Gu Chuan asks, what happened? So she says, I was missing you, so I came here to you. In the next scene, they both come to the art gallery. Gu Chuan gives her glasses, wearing which Xiao Ning can see all the drawings on the wall that the client's child had made. He shows her the roof, which looks very beautiful. 3D animations are running there. Xiao Ning says, I cannot believe it. I took part in such a beautiful project. In the next scene, Chengran's dad has come to meet Gu Chuan for a project. He introduces Xiao Ning to them. Her dad was also an architect. Hearing her name, they behave a little strangely. In the next scene, Gu Chuan tells Xiao Ning, I am getting the project to design the library at the university where I graduated. If I do this project, our team's name will also be written there. So Xiao Ning says, you should definitely do this work. In the next scene, Gu Chuan is at his home. He feels pain in his heart, so he calls his doctor. But before the call connects, he becomes unconscious. In the morning, when he wakes up, he does not understand why this is happening to him. In the next scene, Gu Chuan is going to drop Xiao Ning home. He sees a child with a trolley on the road who is coming in front of a bike. He quickly goes and saves that child, but the bike hits Gu Chuan, due to which he becomes unconscious. Xiao Ning quickly takes him to the hospital. Chengran also reaches there. The doctor checks him and tells him, we have fixed his physical injury. There are some things that we cannot fix. Chung Ran understands. He starts calling Gu Chuan's doctor. Then Xiao Ning goes to Gu Chuan, and Gu Chuan tells her to go home. Go home! Then he tells Chung Ran, I felt pain in my heart before too, and I do not understand why this is happening. Then Chung Ran goes to his family doctor and finds out that that doctor has died and all of Gu Chuan's data was known only to them. Chung Ran asks, how long will Gu Chuan's heart work? So the doctor tells him, if the rules are followed, perhaps it will work correctly for a long time, but it can also stop working suddenly. Chung Ran comes back and tells Gu Chuan everything. He says to him, everything will be fine. Just do not give up. Gu Chuan says, something strange is happening to me. When I wanted to die, I did not die. And now I want to live, and all this is happening. Chung Ran says, do not take any wrong step. So he says, I should become like before, because if I die suddenly, what will happen to Xiao Ning? So I should end all this. Next morning, Xiao Ning goes to the hospital, but Gu Chuan is not there. She calls him, and he says, I am in the company. Then she goes to the company, but he does not pay attention to Xiao Ning and goes to his office. Xiao Ning asks him, are you okay? So he says, I know how I am. Hearing this, Xiao Ning feels very bad. After this, he behaves rudely with Xiao Ning. At night, Xiao Ning messages him to take care of himself. Take care of yourself. So he replies to her, do not come to pick me up. Then he falls asleep. Next day, Xiao Ning has come to pick up Gu Chuan. Seeing her, he says, I also told you do not come. So Xiao Ning says, I cannot let you drive in this condition. Then he goes with Xiao Ning, but does not talk to her on the way either. Then she has brought breakfast for Gu Chuan. Gu Chuan says, I told you to bring breakfast. He talks quite rudely, which Xiao Ning does not like. Later, she messages him, today we will have dinner together. But Gu Chuan refuses her. So she talks about giving tuition. Give me tuition. So Gu Chuan says, we will talk about that. Then we see Xiao Ning studying at Gu Chuan's house. Xiao Ning tries to talk to Gu Chuan, but Gu Chuan tells her to study. Xiao Ning says, I do not want to study. I want to talk to you. So Gu Chuan says, you do not want to be a designer. You cannot do this without me. So focus on your studies. Xiao Ning says, tell me, what happened? But Gu Chuan tells her to go home. Just then, Gu Chuan's cat's voice is heard. They both look at it, and it was not well. So they both take it to the hospital, where the doctor says, we will have to observe the cat for a few days. They both go to sign the documents. Just then there is news about the moon, that everyone should definitely see it. So Xiao Ning asks, we will go to see this, right? Gu Chuan does not say anything and prays for her happiness in his heart. In the next scene, Gu Chuan has come to purchase a grave in the cemetery. After this, he signs documents to donate his organs after his death. Next day, Xiao Ning goes to see the cat, and the doctor tells her, the cat's condition is not good, so we will have to keep it in the hospital. Next day, Xiao Ning goes to pick up Gu Chuan, but he has already gone to the office. Then she goes to his office with his breakfast, and Gu Chuan says to her rudely, is this the time to come to the office? Then Xiao Ning goes to her desk. After some time, she goes to Gu Chuan and asks, why are you ignoring me like this? Gu Chuan does not answer. She says, whatever the matter is, tell me. I will stay with you. Gu Chuan says, I have gotten used to being alone, so I do not like anyone close to me. Xiao Ning says, if you want to break up, tell me that too. She starts crying, but Gu Chuan does not respond to her. In the next scene, Xiao Ning, Gu Chuan, Zhao Yan and Chung Run have come to see the moon. Gu Chuan says to Xiao Ning, I need to talk to you. She says, we have come here to see the moon, so I do not want anything bad to happen here. Whatever you want to say it on the way back. Gu Chuan says, I want to break up. There is a lot of difference between us. I thought that I liked you, but it is not like that now, so we should separate. Hearing this, Xiao Ning leaves from there crying. Next day, Xiao Ning gets a call from Gu Chuan. The cat's condition is not good, so come to the hospital. Then he goes to the hospital, and the doctor tells him the cat's condition is quite critical and it is in a lot of pain. So if you want, I can give it an injection with which it will die. Xiao Ning does not agree to this, but Gu Chuan says yes. He explains to Xiao Ning, this is right for the cat. Then they are in the hospital, and Xiao Ning falls asleep. Gu Chuan is looking at her, and then puts his jacket on her, and leaves. Next day, Xiao Ning gets a message from Gu Chuan. Do you want to see the cat? Then Xiao Ning reaches there, and Gu Chuan has buried the cat. Xiao Ning is very sad. She talks about resigning from Gu Chuan and breaks up with him and leaves. In the next scene, Gu Chuan is working, and he thinks about Xiao Ning's old house, which he wanted to reconstruct. Then he says to Chung Ran, I am going out for a few days. You handle the company. In the morning, Xiao Ning comes there. I have come to pick up the boss. So Chung Ran says, Gu Chuan has gone abroad to give a speech. Xiao Ning asks about his return. When will he return? So Chung Ran says, he has left the responsibility of the company to me, so it might take some time for him to return. Until then, you can work as my assistant. Next day, Chung Ran goes to Gu Chuan. He tells him, Zhao Yan is asking about you repeatedly, so I will have to tell her. Gu Chuan says, if you tell her, do not talk to me. Just then he starts feeling pain, so Chungran takes him to the hotel. In the next scene, Chungran tells Zhao Yan in a drunk state about Gu Chuan's mechanical heart, and also that he has very little time left. On the other hand, Gu Chuan starts feeling a lot of pain while working. Chungran gets this notification, so he starts going to him, and Zhao Yan is also with him. Seeing Zhao Yan, Gu Chuan says, why did you bring her? So Chungran says, I have told her all this. Gu Chuan says, you promised that you would not tell anyone about this. He says, I have told my wife, not anyone else. Zhao Yan says, don't worry, I will not tell anyone about this. In the next scene, Xiao Ning goes to Gu Chuan's house. She finds many of her sketches there, which Gu Chuan has drawn. Then she calls Zhao Yan and asks, ask Zhao Yan and tell me, where is Gu Chuan? So Zhao Yan, even though she does not want to, lets her know, think about your dream. You will find Gu Chuan. Xiao Ning understands, so she immediately starts going there. Seeing her, Gu Chuan says, you should not have come here. Xiao Ning says, you are reconstructing my house without my permission, and I should not even ask you. Gu Chuan says, I do not want to tie you down with me. I want to see you happy. Xiao Ning says, who are you to think what I should do and what I should not do? I cannot be happy by breaking up. If you want us to stay together, it does not matter how many days we stay together. Every day will be enough. He says, if I die suddenly, how will you bear it? So Xiao Ning says, whatever happens, I want to be with you. And then they both hug. Then they both come to the hotel and both sleep together. In the next scene, we see Gu Chuan and Xiao Ning both working on that house. Just then, Chungran comes and tells him about a problem in a project. Gu Chuan says, I will come back soon. So Chungran says, no, there is no need for that. I have taken Suman's help. Xiao Ning says, has Suman returned? Chungran says, yes, for some time. In the next scene, they both return and join the company. Suman tells Gu Chuan all the details of the project, then she thanks him. Because of you, I am getting a job abroad. At night, Xiao Ning and Suman have come for dinner. Xiao Ning thanks Suman, you have been my ideal, and I got an opportunity to learn a lot from you. Suman says, I have also learned a lot from you, but I should not have done this to you. Gu Chuan will never love me. I wasted my time on him like this. Xiao Ning says, no problem. You will also find a good life partner. In the next scene, Shu transfers Chungran's dad's money into his account. Next day, Chungran's dad asks Shu about the money. Where is the money? So he says, they will come into your account very soon. But Chungran's dad gets suspicious of him. He tells his assistant to follow him. In the next scene, Xiao Ning is working at Gu Chuan's house. Gu Chuan starts feeling pain, so she takes him to the charging room. But the machine does not charge him, and Gu Chuan becomes unconscious. Xiao Ning becomes very worried. After some time, Gu Chuan regains consciousness and starts charging. Actually, his safe mode had become active. According to the doctor, he had very little time left. In the next scene, Shu's father goes to meet Chungran's father. He says to him, you remember the promise you made to me, don't you? So Chungran's dad says, yes, I have fulfilled my promise. I have raised your son like my son. Then he shows Shu's dad some papers. See your son's work. This money is nothing. I had to give him more than this, but now I will not give it. In the next scene, Xiao Ning is coming home, and Chungran's dad gets her kidnapped through his men. He asks her about the evidence. Where are the evidence? So Xiao Ning says, I have given all the evidence to the police. Just then, Xiao Ning gets a call from Gu Chuan on her phone. So those people ask Gu Chuan about the evidence. Where are the evidence? So Gu Chuan says, the evidence is with me, but if you harm Xiao Ning in any way, you will not get them. So that man tells him to give the evidence as soon as possible. On the other side, Shu goes to Chungran's dad's house, and he was getting ready to escape from there. Shu says, are you escaping after committing murder? So he says, if I get caught, you will also go to jail. Then they both come outside, and Chungran is there. He was already suspicious of his dad. Just then the police also come there. Then Shu and Chungran's dad are arrested by the police. On the other side, Gu Chuan reaches a ship where that man had kidnapped Xiao Ning. Gu Chuan gives them the evidence, and those people release Xiao Ning. Just then that man says, maybe you copied the evidence. So Gu Chuan says, I did not do anything like that. After leaving from here, we will behave as if nothing happened. So that man says, I cannot leave you two alive. So Gu Chuan gets angry, and everyone starts fighting with him. So Gu Chuan gives everyone a current, due to which everyone becomes unconscious. Then Gu Chuan also falls unconscious. In the next scene, we see Gu Chuan in the hospital. The doctor is treating him. Gu Chuan's parents have also come. The doctor tells them he is normal, but he has not regained consciousness, and we cannot tell when he will regain consciousness. Xiao Ning asks the doctor, Gu Chuan was in safe mode, then how did he flow current? So the doctor tells her, I had put him in normal mode because he wanted to live happily for a few days. Then Xiao Ning goes to Gu Chuan and talks to him holding his hand. Don't give up. and kisses his forehead. On the other side, Xiaoyan finds a note in which Chengran has written, "I cannot face you anymore, so I am telling you by writing to break up." Then, Xiaoyan goes to Chengran and asks him, "Do you love me?" Chengran stands silently. So Xiaoyan says, "It is not your fault. All this was done by your dad." So Chengran says, "Now I have nothing to give you." Xiaoyan says, "Before, I did not believe in love, but now I have gotten used to you, so I cannot leave you." In this way, she convinces Chengran. Then we see, all the employees are running the company together. Gu Chuan had still not regained consciousness. Xiao Ning is taking care of him and tells him everything that is happening around. Just then, she sees news that there is a new technology AI with which a person will be able to live with mechanical parts. Seeing this, Xiao Ning becomes happy and says to Gu Chuan, "We have got another chance." Then a scene of 3 years later is shown. We see Xiao Ning and Gu Chuan together. Gu Chuan has now become completely well. They are both living their lives very happily, and the drama ends here.